So this is the final game, but it is the first game that was recorded. So it's got my personalised background, not the KOTE background, because I forgot to change it.
You're one job, man. No, man, look, you've done a great job recording all these, mate, ahead of time. We do appreciate all the hard work you put in.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially me, who hasn't put any hard work in, and you've just done it all. So thank you.
And for this one, I've even got the timer in the top at the top of the screen because I was going all out, and then I got lazy and decided to cut the timer out because it doesn't make any difference.
Oh, we almost look professional, man. We almost look professional.
If you see the time, what I'm thinking is, if you see the timer there, you know this game's going to time.
Okay.
It might be one of those things that I like put it up in like the last 2 minutes, so the people were aware that the 2 minutes is coming up, which is something that was actually suggested for the Crucible, like on competitive games, to have the timer hidden and only have it pop up when there's like 2 minutes left or like 30 seconds left, so people can't play the time.
Not sure I agree with that one, man, but that's a argument for another day.
Lucky Stark Ongi. It was a very well played game, that one. All the players here playing me. Well, they're just going through this. We got Maze 51 and Bartek Re. Again, we're looking at a Worlds Collide triple EDI deck with Garcia, Universal Keylock.
And just to be clear, guys, for everyone watching this, though Breck knows the outcome, I don't. Deliberately so.
I don't know the outcome on all of them.
Okay.
If I remember, but however, if I do remember quickly on this one, the bottom player, City, does take advantage of a Crucible bug with the blasters, because not everyone's aware that the blasters were errated, so they can't bounce between their owners.
I was not aware of that.
Yeah, you can't. You can no longer bounce a Kirby's blaster to another Kirby.
Makes sense.
Don't tell Tommy Quinn. He's still looking to buy EDI. He's still looking to buy Kirby Blasters decks.
He may still be watching this.
He could be. I've got a double Kirby, double Blaster deck. Yeah, the value of that deck dropped a bit because after that ruling, it's like, oh.
I can believe it. Right, let's see. We've opened up with 2-star alliances on both sides. We've got Medic Ingram.
Yeah, we've got Medic Ingram and Lieutenant Kahart. We've got Science Officer Gray and Lieutenant Garcia. Gray gets wiped out. I do like Rock Hurling Giant.
Oh, we all like Rock Hurling Giants. Unless we're on the receiving end, when we really don't.
Lucky Stark, there's a lot of people that really do like to hate on Bromnine Worlds Collide, but I think they're a great support house. I really do.
You're right. But the problem is, in the first 2 sets, they're a great primary house. And it's quite nice they've nerfed them a little bit, but again, if you have a Brockner and it's set up to be a primary house in Worlds Collide, you're not going to enjoy it.
No.
I mean, I'm not saying you won't win, but it won't be. They are much better at helping out. So they've got 3 Stiltkins in this deck, for example. I mean, it'll be a fun deck to play. But
so we're going to see Kirby. We're going to see Kirby's Blaster drawing 2 cards.
Yep. That's.
Instrument of Silence onto the card. Getting the extra draw. Now it's going to be logos here. It can't be anything other than logos.
You'd be wrong before.
If he goes Starlights here, that is big ball energy.
That is logos. I agree with you, man. There's no way. I should say, last time I agreed with you, I think we were both wrong.
Yeah. Well, last time you agreed with me, he went with your line of play, and it didn't work out. So there we go.
Yeah.
Holographic comes down. Universal Keylock. When I see Universal Keylock, I am really tempted to just get to like 8 and then sit there at 8 and wait for my opponent to forge.
Right, there we go.
And look at these draws coming in from Maze. We've got Kirby, Wells, Kirby's Blaster, Light of the Archons, and we know they've got a Lieutenant Kahart in the archive.
Jesus. And then if we look down below, Untamed Turn, we got a Kang, a Yank. Not which one that is that Yanga? So I can't. I don't know about you. Brett,
I can't. I'm basically going off the art to not remember what they do. But it's,
me too.
It's Papa Anga or Papa Yanga. But yeah, it's
yeah.
Make
How
it
did you
each
put on the
one
wrong side? Has he put the?
No, he's put it on the
yeah,
right side. It's creatures.
yeah,
Creatures to the left gain +2, and creatures to the right.
The right.
You know,
Other way around.
Yeah,
Creatures to the right +2, creatures to the left of skirmish. Yeah,
exactly.
Fangtooth come out as well, which is going to be interesting.
Fangtooth is a brilliant way to deal with these Edis and these Kirbys and Wells. Draws Twin Bolt, takes the archive, reduces the key cost back down to 6, and I don't really. He hasn't got memory chips, so hasn't got a way to replenish the archive quite quickly because Grey's already dead.
He's got 2 more Eddies in the deck.
Has got 2 more. Has got 2 more Edis in there. Yes.
Eddies.
Edi.
Eddies.
I'm going to call it a Jeep because it's a 4x4.
Yeah, okay. He's got 2, 3 more. He's hidden 2 Jeeps under this archive pile, as you do.
But let's look at his Starlights coming down.
All this Brokar Dragons has down. Thanks, Lucky Star Corgi.
There, again, look at this 4 cards in hand.
Jesus.
Quate's daughter. Eddie comes down. Let's just go with Eddie.
Eddie, okay. Eddie, gotcha.
We should ask Dave. He's the guy that's got 5 of them. We should really go. We should. He should be the one that tells us what it's called.
No, we will never mention that deck ever again. That deck was horrific, and I have nightmares still.
Yeah, I faced it, and I came so close to beating it.
I did. I wasn't even in the same league. I was just there for the ride, and I think my keys cost like 25 at one point.
All I needed was ammonia clouds to beat it, and it was the last couple of cards of my deck on the second go through my deck. It was such a close game, but discards Little Rascal. 4 damage, 2 comes off to Kirby. Is he going to play Forge Master? Plays the Forge Master.
Well, we've got Red Alert in hand, which is interesting. I mean, not much use at the moment. But if he starts trying to get rid of his board, then he's in a good place to deal with the Eddie.
I think Bartek is going with my approach. He's wanting his opponent to forge first. He's more than happy to let his opponent forge first as long as he's forging for 9.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The mini group think tank is gonna have to pop the ward on the lieutenant because there's no valid target. Fights the rock hurling giant. This Red Alert's getting better and better.
He's only doing 2 at the moment, but give it time.
Oh no, because here
3.
we go, yeah.
Yep, 3, and then there were 2 more in a sec. Red Alerts you target multiple creatures as well, isn't it? It's not just single creature target.
Yeah, it's going to wipe the entire. It's going to pretty much wipe the entire board. Mega Narp will survive, and the 2 lieutenants will survive.
Oh yeah, because it's everyone. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
You might even want to sacrifice you might want to. You could sacrifice a Kirby, but no, there is. Everyone gets wiped out.
Yep. Perfect. Red Lug. Amazing and horrific, all in one happy package.
Uses the fight ability to get rid of Mega Narp. Game 1, gets to 6 themselves.
Yep.
Now, the Reaper Kirby means he does have to do 2 damage to one of his own creatures.
Yeah, that's what it's got broken up for.
Then use Regrowth. With Forge Master... Oh, nice.
Can't use Regrowth one. Oh, yeah, you could have, sorry.
With the Forge Master OG down, it doesn't really matter once the Universal Killer goes. I imagine he wants that dead because he's going to try and get these forges going. It's going to be Regrowth here. What's died? I think Ingram's gone.
Yeah, Ingram's gone.
Maybe we get one of the Untamed ones back.
But Ingram's not a bad one.
Alright, there we go. So Ingram comes back. Warding up. Wards up Kirby. He doesn't want Kirby to go anywhere. Okay, so we've got one of the lesser seen Star Alliance creatures, which is the one where every time your opponent reaps, you get to archive a card.
Yeah. One of these cards that doesn't survive very long, I find.
Volcano coming down, wiping the board.
Yep.
Then a Warrior's Refrain stunning Kirby.
Yep. And then a brew on top of a...
Now, here's the question. They're both at 8. It's a stalemate. Do you go Star Alliance here, unstun Kirby, play Garcia, play Singh, I think the name is, and then just pass? Lang, Seismic Officer Lang, yeah. Do you play Lang on the other side of the taunt, and then just leave the Lieutenant alone, because you want your opponent to forge first?
The problem is, if you play Science Officer, then you draw a card. Yeah, you don't amber. So interesting.
No,
Yeah.
goes for the fight. Gets themselves to 9. So it passes over to mates now. It's a case of, do I want to play Science Officer Fran? Do I want to take my opponent off this check? Holds on to the Garcia.
Because that means when he forges, he can then delay unless he's on 9.
Exactly.
So yeah, I get that.
Plays,
Does kind of mean he's now doing Star Alliance with 1 card in his hand, but 3 down.
are we going to see the frame come down? There it is. So the forge comes through. We see the break, which means it's going to be an. Now, no actions can be played.
Oh, that changes a little. It's going to at least cost him 8 to get the forging. So Kirby then comes in. He's going to what's going to trigger it?
Uses the reap. Does 2 damage.
Yep.
Can't play Smith. No real point playing Fangtooth, so it's going to be the Iron Staff.
Probably. Or nothing. It should be the Iron Staff. Anything else?
Yeah, it definitely should be the Iron Staff, because everything else really can't be played. There's Iron Staff.
Yeah.
We've got a Zap, a Smith. Just so much Amber Burst. Mimicry could be very good here. Okay, so we see an attachment onto Mog. Is that a Light of the Archons? Oh, it's it's probably Light of the Archons or a Cloaking Dongle.
Yeah. And then he
uses Grog to fight, which means no much damage. Oh. The trades coming through here. Is it a Brobnar turn? If you're Bartek, do you just go Brobnar? It's 2 cards, but it gets you to 7, and it's little Rascal, which means it's going to make it a lot harder for your opponent to deal with you.
On the other hand, you could argue that it is a Untamed turn and do that with Fangtooth coming out now, and then Mimicry, because there's a few good action cards. He's got a 24 card discard, so now's the time to look because he's about to cycle.
Very true, very true.
So play the Fangtooth. And then
it's got to be stealth mode.
I can't think what else he plays. So yeah, I would agree with stealth mode. Do we have any idea? We have no idea what he plays.
We have no idea. Next time I'm going to try and rearrange it so you can actually see the chat, because I thought this was a good idea to come up chat, and then I've realised it's made it a lot harder.
It was an awesome idea. We just were wrong.
That's a discard of the wild wormhole, so it was definitely stealth mode.
Yeah. So then we've got an Eddie coming out, so he's not going to be able to forge next time, but he's still, I'd argue, in a better place. How does he ward the Eddy? What
with the holographic one.
My bad. I missed that because the top of the card cut off. Yep. So then now we're probably looking at
the Papa Yanga and the Fangtooth Cavern is a good combination because each of the Bartek's creatures is 5 power.
Yep. So he wants to try and pop the ward on the Eddy if he can.
So he can then kill it with Fangtooth.
Yeah. So he's gone Star Alliance, was that? Yeah. Star Alliance. Garcia's out. Okay, he's got to 7. He's reached for Kirby to pop the ward on the Eddy. Eddy dies because of the Fangtooth.
Well, Eddie died from Eddie's ward was popped from Zap because Kirby was stunned.
Yep. My bad. Yep, you're right. Sorry. And he's got a stealth mode in hand now. I've got a legacy stealth mode.
Volcano coming again. Ooh, nice legacy stealth mode. I've got a legacy camouflage, which is quite interesting. Flamethrower comes down. The volcano is going to come down, and it's not going to be as effective as his opponent thinks it's going to be because of that Papa Yanga.
It's probably what he's expecting, but it's still not great.
But I think next time we're going to see the go into logos, and then we're going to see a twin bolt emission onto the
damage.
Papayanga, and then wipe the
Yeah.
entirety board.
Unless he goes stealth mode.
He's got to go stealth mode here because you're looking at.
Yeah. There we go.
And I think this is where the glitch kicks in, where Cryogen and Sky Jedi haven't updated it. There it is. That shouldn't have happened. And if I'd have been more on the ball, I'd have pulled it and said that shouldn't have happened. Because that not much really can do when it's a TCO doing it, but now that the rules state that shouldn't have happened now.
You're right. Then it's going to reap with those two, get to 5.
No,
Yeah.
get to 5, and then then he can use regrowth to get to 6.
Wrong hand. Oh, yes. The cubby. Yeah. Got to 6.
Gets Ingram back. He's going to heal up the Papayanga and ward it.
Yep.
Look at that.
And then he
wins. Then his opponent
he can't do anything, can he?
gets to 9. Yeah, his opponent can literally not do anything now.
How do you get that? How do you get that last couple of amber? What did I miss?
Very good question. Pass. We'll come back to that. I'll double check that in the vid, but I imagine it was something legit.
Oh, sure, it was a legit. It's CCO.
Yeah.
So it's
Well-
just like we're at 6 or 7, and then suddenly we hit 9. Is it? Awesome.
Sure, just realising I have 2 counts. Hey, you do have 2 counts. Go, you Jose. Oh, 2 Kirby. Oh, the double Kirby.
Yeah.
He bounced it back again and drew more cards. That goddamn combo.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you for that. So he's got down to being sent down back. Oh, he's won.
Thank you,
He
Melo.
sent back to 3 by winning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. So that was an awesome game.
It really was. Mate tried his best, but there wasn't really much he could do there.
He's got. I mean, if you look to the decks to start with, you think the Eddie deck would have won, but he just didn't get the cards through in the right order.
Memory chip came too late. The E-Dice came when there was no protection, and there was just so much removal from Bartek that he was able to keep control of the board.
Yeah, I mean, but okay, that's City 1, City 2, Bootcamp 1.
Bootcamp 1.
Smrodyle3, City 2, 2, Bootcamp X 1. I think Smrodyle. So the Polish team have made it to the final. The German teams, unfortunately, are stuck in just as top 4 contender.